guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, do consider subscribing to my channel. Today I'm going to make a short video on, I'll try and keep it short. I'm going to make a short video on how rosemary water worked for me and my hair. A lot of you have asked about this on my Instagram, and I will quickly share my experience through this video, so hang around till the end. Basically, if you did watch my previous video, you would know that I was going through a lot of post-COVID hair fall and hair shed. And on 11th of Feb 2024, some 20 days ago, I decided that I'm gonna use rosemary water spray on my head. I have done this in the past. I had done it sometime in July 2023. That time it had worked really well for me. So I thought I'm going to do like a 20-day challenge, and we're just about done with 20 days tomorrow. I'm shooting this on 29th of Feb. So while I was going through a lot of content related to rosemary water spray, I also just happened to see some shorts about how it works, the equivalent of 2% minoxidil. I don't know the science behind it. I honestly don't know how minoxidil works. But if you are leaning towards an all natural remedy, which is quick, it's not like the rest of a lot of the other all natural things, it's not going to take a lot of time. And make sure, if you're doing this experiment on yourself, make sure to take pictures of your scalp or your balding parts like mine. This took a hit after COVID. I mean, even if you like see my previous video, you'll see that there is slight balding over here, and even when I attach the before and after over here, you'll see that that is my main pain point area. The experiment is extremely simple. A lot of you had asked me which products I'm using. I'm not using any products as such. One can also take that route if one chooses convenience, but I wanted to keep it fully natural. So what I did was I ordered rosemary herbs in their rawest form possible, considering growing them in my balcony so that I always have them available. I ordered a sprig of rosemary, the plant itself, from Big Basket, and it was not available on Big Basket now. I think it comes for 60 or 65 rupees. A lot of people who are not in Delhi and Bombay also message me that rosemary is not available through the grocery stores, etc. So a friend who is, I think, in Sonipat, she finally went to a nursery and bought the plant. She's planning to grow it, and I've also asked her that do let me know if it grows in this kind of a climate and how low or high maintenance is the plant itself. Obviously, the rosemary that I got from Big Basket was a little muddy because it's been grown wherever and it's just absolutely raw plant. I thoroughly washed it. I put it into a strainer in which we like clean our vegetables, and I just let a lot of room temperature water run through it and just ruffled it up a bit so that all the mud and muck is out and the rosemary leaves are absolutely clean. So exactly the way you would do with any other leafy vegetable. Now, how I made the rosemary water, there is no rocket science to it. It is extremely easy. It is as easy as making black tea. I put 2 cups of say around 180 ml each, 2 teacups into a pan, and I put it onto the gas. I let that water come to boil, and when it was boiling, I put it on medium, and then I dropped in my clean rosemary leaves into that pan, and then I let it simmer for about like 2 to 3 minutes. We don't want to like over cook or over I can't remember the word. Just want it to be like a herbal tea almost. So for about 2 minutes, let it simmer. Let the rosemary in the water simmer. You'll see that the water is going a bit into a yellowish brownish tinge, and that is when you know that the rosemary's properties and the nutrition has gotten infused into the water. So now you can put the gas off and just let it seep for the next half an hour or longer, and then you just got to strain it out into any kind of airtight container, and that's about it. The Your rosemary water spray, tonic, whatever you want to call it, regrowth tonic, is absolutely ready to be used. Now, in terms of storage, you will have to keep this liquid in an airtight container. It could be a bottle, it could be a Tupperware box. Ideally, I try and go for like glass versus plastic. So you can store it in that, and you place it in the fridge, and thodi like little amounts may, if you can, transfer it into a spray bottle and keep it accessible, say in the washroom or your work desk or next to your bed. That amount of liquid will last you like 2 to 3 days, and it's fine if it's at room temperature outside. So now, in terms of application, I was using rosemary spray on my scalp 2 to 3 times a day. I had placed these tiny spray bottles, like sanitizer bottles, which I had thoroughly cleaned up. I placed them on my work desk, one in the bathroom, and you can place it next to your bedside or wherever you are finding it accessible. And 2 to 3 times, you don't have to fully douse the liquid into your scalp. Little goes a long way, because this liquid itself is pretty potent. So you just want to make a parting, especially of your balding areas, and just spray gently, gently massage and style your hair as usual, as you would. This liquid is what is super potent for the scalp, and it promotes hair growth. I will keep attaching before and after videos of whatever time zones that I did keep clicking between 11th of Feb to today, which is 29th of Feb. I personally felt there was quite a huge difference. I also have mentioned that I don't use shampoos to wash my head, and all through I was using herbs to wash my hair. This is obviously optional, and it's only going to make the situation better. I would apply that liquid and then massage my scalp. And I do all through my videos speak a lot about the power of gentle fingertip massaging. So that is what I do. I work from home, so I can totally understand if you're going to office and it is difficult for you to do this routine 2 to 3 times a day. But even if you say do it once a day, it's going to show its effect. If you can, say do it like once before leaving for work and once before going to bed, um, I think that's going to bring in a huge difference. So now, the not cons, but the things that I found slightly annoying. What I noticed was, even it could be the specific rosemary, or maybe I'm doing something different in the recipe. But I had like interacted with a lot of people on different platforms, and who were doing this experiment. So they said that they did not face, a lot of them said that they did not face anything like this. So maybe I'm doing something different over there. But I feel whenever I do this, the scalp is a bit grainy. I can't explain it. It's gonna be like silky smooth, like the way you just shampoo and get out of a shampoo. That's not how the scalp feels to me personally. And I'm not saying it's an annoying feeling. It feels just like, say, as though you have like saline water sprayed on your scalp. So it feels like there is something over there. Having said that, it's a very small price to pay for the kind of regrowth that this hair tonic does. This entire experiment is going to cost you what, like 50 to 60, 70 rupees, for which is going to last you like 10 to 15 days. So I feel there's absolutely nothing to lose out over there. And what I am planning to do is grow rosemary on my balcony so that I have it accessible, because there are a lot of times it's not available in the market. You had asked me where I get the rosemary from. So I'm in New Delhi, and I find it on Big Basket, and off and on I've also seen it on Amazon. The packaged ones that come for like consumption, I personally feel that they have been packaged and they have been lying around in factories or shelves or wherever. So the potency of that rosemary is not going to be as strong as the fresh plant. But if you don't find rosemary at all, maybe you can go ahead and try that. Another very simple way of doing it is to add rosemary essential oil to just plain water, and add a few drops of that, and spray it as usual. Or you can also do rosemary oil massages, which I have been experimenting with for the last many months. I can make another video on that. Let me know if you want a video on that as well. Just on this experiment is that it totally works. There is no denying that. It may work differently for different people during different phases of their regrowth journey. If someone is going through a major shedding phase or is going through telogen effluvium, it may not really reap the kind of results you are expecting it to. But when you are going through a regrowth phase, which I spoke about in my previous video, I'll attach the link below. You can have a look at that. If you are going through one of those phases, then it is definitely going to accelerate your hair growth quite a bit. Like, I would highly suggest you take a picture, say 3 times a week, especially of like a spot on your scalp which has scanty growth, like mine is right here. So you should be taking, I kept telling my husband also that keep taking pictures, because otherwise these changes are so subtle you won't get to know if there actually is a massive difference. And sometimes I think it can also be very unbelievable that something like this is happening, say every 3 days it's changing. And so yeah, I would highly suggest you click pictures on the way. Fix like a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday sort of a thing, and in the same kind of lighting, try and take pictures so that you can see how much this experiment is actually working on you. So if you guys have any more questions, please do comment down below. I'll do my level best to help in whatever way possible. I have just made a full-fledged video on telogen effluvium or post-COVID hair shed. Please have a look at that. I'll link that below as well. Consider subscribing to my channel, hitting the like button, pressing the bell icon, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.